Hi and welcome to the latest game testing session of the Imperial Elves by epicwargaming.com, and I thought I'd start on this guy because this is where I'm up to with the gaming prints. Heroes of the Empire, this is what generally all the characters are going to be called, or they're going to fall underneath, I think, at the moment. And this guy's riding a unicorn into battle, and he's obviously a leader piece or a hero piece. Anyway, moving on. We're also looking at the disc thrower. It featured last week for the first time. This week I've added a few extra rules. I haven't put it up in stars because it becomes a little bit too expensive in stars and very unworkable with the rest of the army. So it's sort of kept the same sort of 2 stars, but this time for every 12 inches or for every move it makes you have to roll a d6. On a 1 the disc comes crashing down. So yeah, I've made some adjustments to it because it was a little bit too good last week. Anyway, moving on. Today I got to play because the lads wanted to play me, so it was me. I was playing the elves because I really like playing the elves. Versus Matty and Trish today. And this is what we use. We use a random terrain generator. This is what it did. I've changed the mix now as well. I've updated the mix, hence the new cards as well. This is what you will see when you download my game. Yeah, so basically it's got more open terrain in basically, so you don't get as busy boards, because at the moment the boards have been too busy and there has been too many watery features getting in the way. When really, if you're having a pitch battle, mainly most of the time there will be things going on the board, but not as much as there was before. So yeah, but that's all going to be released with the next update of the game anyway. Anyway, this is what the board looked like. This is where the Alancians went, 3,000 points. This is where my elves went, 3,000 points. Didn't like that hill there for the Alancians, because I'll show you why in a minute. Bang! This is what the Alancians got. They've got 4 bolt throwers on top of that hill there. What a brilliant position they're in. Over the rest of the battlefield, they can pick and choose whatever targets they want. Brilliant. Very, very brilliant. The highest, very, very good. Generally, apart from that though, it's pretty. They've got the fire throw as well, which is absolutely devastating within 12 inches. It's not easy to use, but if you can use it right with a defensive army, it's a killer, is that thing. So we've got the Grand Guard. We've got all these are spearmen, by the way, but we ran out of figures. So all these are Alancian spearmen. They're the unit of initiates, just for a bit of shooting. And just down there you can see 4 Gigors, just off the screen there. Me, on the other side, I've got my Imperial Helms. Had to put them there, right under the noses of them bolt throwers, so they're in real trouble for a start. There's my archers, very nice unit of archers. Again, these are all spearmen. These guys here, these 2 units to watch. The old guard are playing the enforcers today, and I've got a unit of Solus to. Really did really well today. Did the Solus as well, because he just got in the way of all the shooting and everything else, and they did their job. So well done, Solus. But anyway, I'm not giving too much away. I've got 2 sorceresses today, and 1 sorceress. Where is she? She's there. She's my general. Their general is in that there. There he is, hiding behind there. Alancian generals aren't very hard. Anyway, so I'll just go through a few extra slides. Oh, hang on, let me go back. Actually, that's the disc throw. We run out of War Machine models, so I just had to use a piece of card today. Right. So this is what my army looks like close up. There's my Imperial Helms. This is what the Alancians look like when they're close up. As you can see, wizard behind that War Machine. Again, he had 2 wizards, did Trish and Matty, or should I say they instead of he. So this is their first turn. They also had the Book of Supreme Knowledge as well, which gave them 4 plus extra soldiering, so they beat me on the soldiering, so they went first, which they wanted to do really, because it's a shooting defensive army. They moved these spearmen up that hill. We can get away with creating hills like this because it's all paper and cards, so there's not much weight there. If they were all metal, that you just couldn't do that. But anyway, so they're trying to grab the hill before my helms get up there. The Gigors have nipped behind this hill. As you can see there, they're just there. So this is what it looks like at the board. You can see the bolt throwers have already made an impression on that unit there. They also killed a few more of these as well. Very nasty. They backed up their bolt throwers with a harmony wizard as well, which gave them like 2+ to hit and extra re-rolls, you know, to actually. So those bolt throwers, make no mistake of it, will be deadly today. So yeah, as you can see, my turn. I've tried to get the way out of them bolt throwers there the best I can by hiding behind the hill. If it weren't for them bolt throwers, I'd be up on that hill in no time. Those Imperial Helms have all got a 6 save each. They've got a good hero in there with about 4 attacks, plus on top of magic items. And the magic banner all gives them +1, you know, to their attack. So that is a really hard unit there. Really nasty hard unit. So this is what the board looks like at the moment. Bit worried about them Gigors there. That's his flanking. So at the moment we're looking pretty even here. The disc thrower didn't do very much, by the way. It sort of fired and pivoted off down there. So he's now secured the hill. He's on top of the hill, covered by the bolt throwers. I've got no choice over my next turn to charge him. Those Gigors have moved over. They're obviously eyeing up the disc thrower there. There's nothing I can do about that. I do have a little surprise for him though later on. This is what I did in my turn. I nipped over with my sorceress. I also charged these guys in. I know they're spearmen and they do get a bonus against my helms, but helms are generally quite hard anyway. And it's such a hard unit that really they should overcome this unit. What he did have in this unit, and I thought he would have, was his numpty, and he sort of had the hourglass of time, and off went my hero and the numpty off into time, so he was gone for about 5 rounds of combat. However, they didn't win it on their own. It was the sorceress, my general sorceress. She had the disciplines of destruction. She had fiery breath. She breathed fire on them. She also exploded on them as well. These are 2 new spells, by the way. And she did horrific amounts of damage on her own, without even these guys even doing anything to this unit here. You can see the damage over there. The Gigors, now what they did, the Gigors, this is Trish and Matty's 3rd turn, they moved up on top of the hill, and what my guys did, they ran away. So did my sorceress, they just ran away. And they sort of did a half charge and had to like wait there. In my other turn, I actually turned this unit here, because that's what I was planning on doing, running away, and then flanking the Gigors, because that's the only way I'm going to defeat them things there. You can see this unit is getting a real pasting. Now, my 3rd turn, bang, I nip over. Now, I remembered that the other night I'd given a magical scrapbook where you can stuff it full of spells, you know, like 1-cast spells, magic scrolls, and I put 3 3 cracks of reality, and I just completely unleashed it on the Gigors, and they killed. I mean, it's a dragon killing stuff, so it killed 3 Gigors in one blast. And I've flanked that Gigor unit as well, so they've had it. So that's the Gigors dealt with. And that was a turning point for me in this game, to be quite honest with you. Obviously they've broken and run away, so I've won over there. Over here, my army's looking a little bit disjointed though. Look what's happened here, these guys are nearly done now. Those spearmen, they're no real match for helms, and this guy will be coming back soon, so I've pretty much got this corner up here all sewn up. My sorceress now, I've been very brave with my sorceress here. I've moved her up. You should be very careful with your general, using your general in combat, because it makes them very, very vulnerable, but she is quite good, and she's generally breathing fire on these guys here, blasting them with magic, and there's the explosion template there. And that's basically what she does to those bolt throwers there, that battery of bolt throwers, which you have to say they're all individual bolt throwers, but they act like a battery, and she just absolutely murdered them. So all's looking well for me at the moment. I have to say as well, Trish also had a magical scrapback with 3 cracks in reality, and did that on her, but I had 2 dispels, so I managed to block that and she survived. So it's always worth packing a dispel, always, because you never know when it'll come in handy. Yeah, my guy's come back now, and he's also killed the numpty. He'll be rejoining this unit here. That wizard he came up as a last ditch attempt to kill my general. That was the only way now Trish had a way, like, defeating me, because at the moment he's losing. He's lost way too many points. There's my Solus engaging the what have you. The Solus don't have any attacks, so they're just going to get slaughtered by these guys here, the initiates. As you can see, everything's looking very good for me. I've got my guys moving in at the front, so those all guys here will all be pinned down in his front. He does have that though ready to fire, and I'm there getting ready to swing round and hit him in the side, and it's only my 5th turn as well. He does fire this, and it doesn't do anything. It's like, it just farts at me. It just does absolutely nothing. It kills 1 or 2, but nowhere near enough. These, as you can see, Solus are getting in the way now here, a little bit. Sorceress is moving into these, he's turned these guys here, hoping to just basically saving them another turn really from getting flanked, hoping that these guys will just get in the way enough. But generally it's over for Trish at the moment and Matty. Yeah, you can see the damage from her. Now initially when I got the spells I was a bit disappointed with Fiery Breath and Explosion, because I wanted Tumbling Skies and other zappy spells, but as it worked out, and because I'm a bit of a gambler anyway, because I like to use my general, move them out, and you shouldn't do really, it really works well with her, because she just nips up, breathed fire on them, exploded on them. She also has her own little magical attack. As you can see, the Alancians now are just dropping to pieces, especially over here. The Enforcers, by the way, are an absolute rock hard, crack hard unit, far harder than the Grand Guard. So you can see the damage done to the Grand Guard each turn. My guys are looking very vulnerable there. We're really getting close to the end now. There's only, look at that, hardly of them guys left. I had the banner at, we just beat the Grand Guard. If I'd lost one more guy, my unit, my Enforcer unit would have turned into a nit and would have disappeared off the table, leaving him, of course. There's his battle standard guy just running off. I mean, yeah, it's game over at the moment for the boys. They played a good game, but they made a mistake with the Jaguars. I think that's what sort of lost it for them, because they would have wiped out this unit here if they still had that Jaguar unit. So this is the points. You know, this is what I lost. Trish and that lost 2,633, so that's what I won by down there. It was a really good game test though. I have to say the disc thrower didn't do very much, to be quite honest with you. So that's going to have to be looked at again. I think I'm going to increase its range just by a little bit. And that's it really for this week. I hope you enjoyed this game test. Everything by epicwargaming.com is completely free, so if you just want to visit the site, download the game, get going, it's all completely free. I've also got an independent review up there now, so thank you very much, Trevor, if you watched this video, for that. Anyway, take care, bye bye.